What's up, guys? It's your girl Carly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video and I have a very special guest today, my mom.
Hello.
We have my mom in the house.
Hello, everyone.
She is here visiting me for a while.
Yes.
And for those of you that like follow, you know, Kass and Carly and know me through Kass and Carly, which I'm sure is most of you, this has been a requested video, so we're doing it finally. So yay!
Interesting. I'm glad to tell a story.
It's the
every
first
time.
video that I've done with you on my channel.
I know.
You're so pretty.
You're so
pretty.
beautiful. Oh, whatever.
You're so pretty, mama. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and show some love. So let's get into it. My mom is telling my birth story. So I have a pretty crazy birth story, and we've kind of like touched on it on our on our Kass and Carly channel, which is a channel that I have with my girlfriend. So it's like our couples account. But yeah, so we've touched on that there, and a ton of you have asked to hear that story. So here it is. Here it is. But before we get into it, cheers, Mom.
Oh, cheers.
I love you.
I love you too.
And thank you for being on and telling the story.
Mhm. No, I love telling the story. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So what? I just start.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay.
So
I was 18.
She was 18 when she had me. She was a young mom. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine having a kid right now. At 29, I can't even imagine having a kid. So the fact that you had me at 18 is just crazy.
18. Although now it's awesome because you're grown
Yeah,
and I'm, you know what I mean?
And now you're still young, and
still
you
enjoying
have your
life.
time. And
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
advantages to that.
Mhm.
But no, so I was 18 years old, and it was, I think it was more towards the middle of the night. I was home living in the South Bronx with her father, and in the middle of the night, I started to feel very uncomfortable. I couldn't tell what was going on. I kept on having to go to the bathroom, thinking I had to do number 2.
Right.
Like I literally thought you were gonna come out my butt. Like I thought, like no 18. Like I'm freaking out.
But did you think that I was coming, or you just thought that you had to take a poop?
I had the sense of having to push.
Yeah.
I had the urge to push, and when I pushed, I know it's odd. Nothing was coming out, and when I felt it felt like just a wall, and I was like, oh my god, it's her head. Like I was just bugging out.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I think that was just through the middle of the night, and then early morning. After one of those bathroom runs, I was trying to put on my pants to get ready to go to the emergency room. And so I laid in the bed. I mean, mind you, we're like young people, so we're like totally freaking out. It was like a 3rd floor, and we didn't have like a home phone. There was no cell phones back then. So he had to run downstairs and use the neighbor's phone to call 911 to send an ambulance. I mean, it was that serious. And so I sat in the bed, and I was trying to put on my pants, which reached about my knees, right? And literally, you just popped out, like luckily,
my whole
like
body.
the whole entire body,
Like
right?
my whole
Luckily,
body.
he caught you. Luckily, he was like right. He was there freaking. He was the one putting my pants on, like refusing that was gonna happen right now.
Popped out.
And you
I
fully
was-
1000% like just. Poof.
I was ready for the world. I was like, oh, and I was
7.5 months.
I was too
a month and a half early.
premature. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never
Wow.
carried full term, even Ernest is premature, but
Wow.
she was 7.5 months. And just, so that's why it was so unexpected. It was crazy. Like it
What a
just
stressful
popped
pregnancy.
out.
That's so
And-
stressful.
Oh my god. And then there was just blood everywhere. It was just-
Oh
and
my
so
God.
the ambulance still was not there. So we were freaking out because you weren't breathing.
Okay. Oh.
And so
I
you
wasn't breathing.
but that's normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I didn't know that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
At
internet
18.
was not like the
Right.
thing back then. You
Right.
know, we didn't have that.
You
I
couldn't
didn't
just
know.
Google like baby's
Yeah.
not breathing.
No, no one like really had computers
Oh my
back then.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
it was like just crazy to like just, and so then you were like all covered in white. And so I'm freaking out, he's freaking out, and we're like passing you. We knew that you had to be upside down. Like your legs had to be up, and we just knew that. And we just kept going back and forth. No, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. And then
that's crazy.
finally, I just slapped you a little bit, just freaking out. Like you have no idea.
Yeah. And then I started
Emotional
breathing when you
stress.
did that.
And then you started crying.
Okay.
And we're like, oh my god. And then we're like, the extension cord. Oh my god, what if we supposed to cut
the
it?
umbilical
I'm
cord.
sorry, I said extension cord. Umbilical cord.
Extension cord. The
That's funny.
umbilical cord.
Yeah, umbilical cord.
Yeah.
The ambulance still was not there. And we just, in my mind, I thought that if I didn't cut your umbilical cord, that was like bad. Like it had to be
Right.
cut.
Right. Immediately.
You know,
you're like,
immediately.
Yeah.
So then we're like, get a scissor, get alcohol. We're just like,
You have to deliver a whole child on your own. Like
It
that's
was crazy.
That's crazy.
It was
Wait, so
crazy.
who did end up cutting it?
he ended up cutting the umbilical cord.
Okay.
And then the ambulance, the ambulance men were coming up as I was holding like your umbilical, because then we didn't know if you were gonna bleed out. We don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So we're holding the umbilical. I'm holding the umbilical cord, and as they come, it was the most dramatic thing.
Yeah.
ever. But
That's
yeah,
so dramatic.
Yeah, that was,
That's
that,
insane.
right? That was
That's
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay,
Right?
so
Yeah, that's the
so
story.
all of that happens. I get in the ambulance. You go to the hospital,
Yeah.
and then what happened? There?
Well, because you were premature, you ended up staying in the hospital for about it's about 2.5, 3 weeks. You had to be 5 pounds.
Okay, so I was like in
The
an
time you had
incubator
the
and
tubes
everything.
and everything. For the first few days, I wasn't even able to
See
like.
me.
No, I could see you,
Oh.
but you were in this like,
Right. So
thing.
you could only touch
I
me through
touched
like
through
the
these,
little.
yeah. So you were in that
must have been so
situation.
emotional
Oh
for you
my
as
gosh,
well.
man. You have no
What were they
idea.
telling you? Like, what were the doctors telling you about?
Well, no, it's normal for premature.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to. Now, what they started to, I had to start breastfeeding in order to get your weight to 5 pounds, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
so like that's when I realized I was anemic, because they were like, okay, your daughter is losing weight. So that's when they tested me and realized that I was anemic and I could never breastfeed. And
but you did breastfeed.
I breastfed you in the hospital, because after
Yeah.
you got out the incubator, you still had to stay in the hospital, but I was able to at least hold you because they wanted me to breastfeed you.
Right.
Which was the most horrendous
Painful
torture.
thing.
I actually was so glad when they told me, like, you can't breastfeed ever in life. I'm like, yo, the pain.
Oh no!
Like, it was
Yeah.
just bare, and you were just sucking
That's
on
crazy,
it.
'cause I
It's
didn't even-
endless.
Right, but like I didn't even. Yeah, I guess it was just painful.
It was bare. It was like
Right,
it was
right.
like bare skin. And
Right,
so I didn't
right.
get past the part. I didn't do it long enough where I got past the part of
Where it stopped hurting.
yeah. So when he said you're anemic, you could never
Wow.
breastfeed, I was like, oh.
Wow. You're like,
I mean, you
"Thank-"
know.
Right, you're like cool.
Woo, that was
That's
yeah,
fine
that
with
was
me.
rough. So the
Thank you,
first birth
wow.
was so simple. It was like
Yeah.
the labor pain was just me having to
Right.
feel like I had to push, like I was doing number
Well,
2. That was
at
it.
least that, right? You're well,
No
at
labor
least,
pain.
At least you didn't
right,
have any
right.
pain.
Until
you know.
Ernest, that mofo, that sorry,
He
that
was
definitely.
painful?
Oh yeah, he gave me the full on. And then us, I guess in my culture, we're used to not getting that shot, the epidural
Oh
shot.
yeah.
So I didn't get the shot. And so when I was begging for it, the doctor was like, nah.
How?
You signed for it.
Oh yeah, because
yeah.
you signed.
Once you
then,
sign
yeah,
that you
yeah.
don't want it, when you're desperate for it, they're like, nah,
Yeah.
look, you signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How premature was Ernest
8.
again?
He
Okay,
was
okay,
8.
okay. So like about the same.
yeah, and but
Okay.
he gained weight pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because again, I thought that you stayed a little bit longer because it took a while for them to figure out that my breast milk wasn't helping you.
Oh, gotcha.
So by the time Ernest was born, he was already on the milk that was they
okay, gotcha.
prescribed for me.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he stayed in the hospital like a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was able to take him
Okay.
home. Yeah.
Right. Man, crazy.
And I was
story.
20 when I had him, so 18 and 20.
Yeah.
And
That
now
is
I'm 47 and I'm
crazy,
done.
Mom. And I was unintentional.
What do you
Right.
mean?
You didn't meet. It's not like you were trying to have a baby.
No, like it just
It was
just
a
happened.
surprise.
You know, I was
Yeah.
17 and it was like I lost my virginity to your
Is it
father,
that-
and
do
it
you-
just happened.
Do you mind if I ask? Did you use protection and it
No.
happened accidentally?
No.
Oh, okay, so you weren't necessarily even
I
trying to be
didn't.
safe.
No.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
at all. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
not at
Yeah.
all. Yeah. So it took
Yeah,
6
yeah.
months from the time I lost my virginity to get pregnant.
6 months.
It took 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Crazy story.
Story.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's a really cool story.
Yeah, looking back,
You know, just my
you know.
birth story, like it's an interesting one for sure.
For sure,
Definitely.
for sure.
Yeah. But
It's good.
Wait,
we were arguing that we wanted to be part of, like, especially your father wanted to be put in the birth certificate as giving birth to you. Because, like, the doctors were not part of you.
You
So, like,
did.
why does your name have to be on there? He tried
Right.
to argue that.
Right.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, because y'all did technically
birthed-
birth me.
Yeah, at home by
Yeah.
ourselves. Freaking the heck out.
Prior to me being born, like, were you seeing like a regular doctor that was
Yeah.
supposed to be the doctor to help you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Planned Parenthood.
Okay. Yeah.
I was on,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
taking my vitamins and doing everything I was supposed to do.
Okay.
So I've never carried a full-term child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mom. Well, thanks for having me.
You're like my gem. You're like my best creation ever. I rarely wear my hair straight. I just figured.
Yeah.
Try to do
That's
twinning.
pretty.
Is that the word?
Yeah, we're twinning.
Twinning.
Well, thank you, Mom, for
You're welcome.
having this conversation and sharing this story with everyone. But
For sure.
yeah. All right, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Show some love in the comments if there are any other stories that you want to hear.
There's many.
About.
There's many. Baby,
Yeah,
I'm
if you want my
raising
mom back
2
on.
kids.
Right. A lot of stories, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I hope that you enjoyed this this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. I love you guys. Bye.